Hey there, Red again, coming to you from ABikersGarage, 325 North Highway 62 in Rogers. Technically, we have a Rogers mailing address, but we are in Avoca, 127 turns away from Eureka Springs. I talked to you a little bit about tires and tire options and taking a look at what your wear and condition is. I also wanted to pass along another little tip to you. Did you know that every tire comes with a birth date? The birth date is stamped right on the tire. Yeah. So you get some idea of how old the tire is. Well, the date consists of a week and a year. So it's a 4-digit indication, and it's put on each tire. All right, we've got a variety of tires set up here with different dates on them. The date code is stamped in the tire, melted into it at the end of manufacturing, and here's the week, and there's the year. So this one is from the 50th week of 2023. So this tire is just coming up on a year old. Then we've got one that is in the first week of 2019. So you think about it, we're getting ready for the first week of 2025. So that puts this tire at coming up on 6 years old. This is a Dunlop. Then we got a Metzler here. And this one was from the 32nd week of 2012. So this tire is a little over 12 years old. And then I found one out in the stack. You can see what happens when these tires get old. They dry rot and crack. This is a Dunlop. And this one happens to be manufactured in the 35th week of 2010. So this is a 14-ish year old tire. And you can see what happens as the tires get old. The dry rot starts to set in, cracks and issues start to show up. Manufacturers do not suggest you run tires for this length of time. So, a little helpful tip, you go out and look at your tires, they all have this kind of a stamp on them. It's in a little bit of an oval typically, you can kind of get an idea of the size you're looking for, and you yourself can determine how old the tires are on your motorcycle. Well, one of the questions we get is, how long should a tire last? Well, that depends on a lot of factors, what it's exposed to, how it was been stored, is it out in ultraviolet light? But in general, manufacturers say at the 4 to 5 year mark, you ought to be having a professional take a look at your tires closely. And most manufacturers suggest that at the 6 year mark or so, you ought to be prepared to replace your tires. And some of those tires you saw had the date code on them, there's weather cracks and rubber deterioration. So take those things into consideration. But if your tires are out there pushing that kind of a time frame, swing on by, we'll take a look at them and help you make an assessment if you are ready for new tires on your ride. Finishing up the day here with the little sunset at ABikersGarage and the Silverstream Lodging business that's starting to get going with our Airbnb. I hope you find the information about how to look for the birth date of your tire worthwhile. David's in here cranking away on one of the machines. You all take care out there. ABikersGarage, 127 turns away from Eureka Springs.